If you've been scrolling through endless rowing machine options and still aren't sure which one actually makes sense, this review should clear that up. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the last couple of weeks actually slotting the Sylobi mini rowing machine into a modest one-bedroom flat, timing my workouts between work-from-home meetings and the occasional dog walk, so I can tell you what it feels like when it's really living in a real home. First off, the biggest question most people ask when they look at a rowing machine is, will it fit in my space and still feel like a legit workout? The Sylobi is marketed as a fold-up, smarthy rower that can handle up to 110 kilograms of user weight. In practice, the folding mechanism is genuinely straightforward. You pull a latch, lift the frame, and it collapses down to a size that slides neatly under a couch or into a closet. The whole thing weighs light enough that you can lift it single-handed if you need to move it from the living room to the balcony for a quick sunrise session. That level of portability is a real time saver, especially when you share the floor with a partner who also needs room for yoga mats or a desk. Now, about the workout itself. The machine is built around a magnetic resistance system, which is inherently quieter than air or water-based rows. I was able to do a 20-minute steady-state row while a colleague was on a Zoom call in the next room, and the only sound was a soft hum that blended into the background. For anyone who lives in an apartment building with thin walls, that low noise profile is a huge practical advantage. The resistance curve felt linear. Start easy, get a gradual build-up, and you can push harder without hitting a sudden wall of force. It's not going to replace the intense sprint intervals you'd get on a high-end water rower, but for a balanced cardio and strength session it hits the sweet spot. One of the claims you see on the product page is that it's easy on joints and offers a full-body, low-impact workout. I tested that claim by doing a mix of light rowing for recovery days and a more vigorous pace for cardio. Because the motion mimics the natural pull-push pattern of rowing, there's no pounding on the knees or hips like you'd get on a treadmill. My shoulders, back, and legs all engaged, and after 30 minutes I felt a mild fatigue in the biceps and quads rather than sore joints. That makes it a solid choice for anyone dealing with mild joint concerns or looking for a cross-training option that doesn't aggravate old injuries. Who should consider buying this? If you're a beginner who wants to dip your toes into rowing without committing to a bulky machine, this is a sensible entry point. It also works for people who already have a home gym but need a compact piece that can be tucked away after use. The 110 kilograms weight limit covers the majority of adult users, so most couples will be fine sharing the same rower. For those who are recovering from a knee or lower back issue, the low-impact nature lets you stay active while still targeting the major muscle groups. The smart home integration, you can pair it with a fitness app on your phone and track distance, time, and calories is a nice bonus if you like data-driven workouts. On the other hand, there are clear reasons to skip this model. Serious rowers or athletes who train for competitive rowing or high-intensity interval training may find the resistance range a bit shallow. The magnetic system caps out before you reach the kind of power output you'd expect from a full-size commercial rower. Tall users, particularly those over 6 feet, might notice a slightly limited stroke length. The seat can't travel as far back as on a larger machine, which could feel cramped during a full-range pull. And if you're looking for a premium display with built-in heart rate monitoring or programmable workouts, you'll be disappointed. The console is very minimal, showing only the essential numbers. A practical weakness I ran into was the lack of a built-in heart rate strap or Bluetooth sensor. You have to rely on an external chest strap or your phone's camera to capture HR data, which adds a small step if you're trying to keep your workout streamlined. The foot straps are also fairly basic. They secure the feet but don't have a quick-release lever, so you need to pause and readjust if you're switching between users with different shoe sizes. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's an extra minute of fiddling that could matter when you're in a rush. In terms of durability, the frame feels solid enough for regular use, and after 3 weeks of daily 30-minute rows I haven't heard any creaks or wobble. The only thing that might wear faster is the seat cushion. It's a thin foam pad that provides comfort for short to medium sessions, but if you regularly do hour-long rows you might want to add a small gel cushion for extra padding. Pricing-wise, the